Well, hi folks, another little bit of an update. Not a lot going on really, just a matter of sorting stuff out now to take home. That's sorting all my shallots out. They've all dried out now, so just pull out dead stuff off and take them all home. So like I say, it's just the end of the season. It's a bit depressing, nothing much is growing now. But we've got had a decent crop this year, so can't complain. So I'll just give you a quick final look round, and if we're lucky enough, I've got a new family of, I don't know whether they're stoats or weasels. I must find out what they are. They're the smaller ones. They've been knocking around outside for the last week or so. I thought they were rats at first and it frightened me to death, and then I found out they were weasels or stoats. But every time I've been up here and they've been about, I've never had my camera. So I've got my camera now, and they've been out like clockwork. So if I'm lucky, we might see it, and I'll try and get it on film. So basically, what's going on? Hang on, I'll just turn my lens around. Not a lot going on, just got a few lettuces growing in the polytunnel where the onions were. Cabbages have really perked up now. These are the spring cabbage. If they don't heart up, it doesn't matter, I'll just take them as sort of spring greens really. Tried a few late dwarf beans in the same bed, and I think we have a few little tiny beans on, so if the frost doesn't get them, I should have a late crop of beans. Pulled up my last garlic the other day, it was that late. This is the stuff I planted in, when did I plant? The end of March. So I don't bother with this autumn planting stuff. So I planted the end of March, early April. Still got a decent sized set of bulbs, so like I say, everything's just drying out now. Tried some Christmas potatoes, but they were outside when the blight hit, and these have got blight now, so I might as well just throw those away because they're not going to grow. It's a bit of a disappointment. This is just the remains of where my show carrots were. Oh, I think I'll just pull one just for old time's sake. Can't resist it, I'm sorry. I never lose the thrill of pulling a giant carrot. There you go. And all I did when I pulled ones that didn't match for the show, just plonk them, shove them back in like that, cover them up, and there they are, still growing. Just ready to take now as food all winter, whenever I want them. So not only are they great for showing, they're a fantastic carrot for eating, and you can do that with them, so a bit of a bonus. More onions drying out, and that's about it in here. Beans have totally finished now, it all needs pulling down. And my butternut squashes, not my butternuts, they were a disaster. My winter squashes, I think they're ripening up nicely now. They're quite big ones those, but there's only 3 on the plant, but it's something different. So that's it for the inside. We'll just have a nip out outside. Well, here we are outside, folks, and as you can see, not much going on. Leeks are starting to grow quite well now, getting quite big already, even this early on. So, but apart from that, not a lot going on. A few little turnips there, a few little more baby turnips there. What I've been doing, people ask me, what do you do with all your old spent potato compost? And basically all I do is I just put about an inch layer of it on the top of my soil before I dig it in, and it just adds organic matter and humus to your soil. So some people say, do you throw it away? I say, oh no, absolutely not. That'll be a sin, so I'll just dig it in every year, about an inch or so. So like I say, not a lot going on, just a few little bits left. And these are some of the beetroot that I haven't pulled up. I'll just look at the size of that. I'll pull it up. I'm only going to throw this away. It's like a football. Bit of a waste, but I got that many, I didn't know what to do with them. So like I say, that's about it really. Sarpomira's still pegging away. We'll just have a look in the other bit, at the final bit, and then that'll be about it. We're out in the other bit with the marrow patch and stuff. This is the kale. Starting to pick loads of this now, and this will be doing all winter now, so it's a great hardy crop. It's not to everyone's like, but I do like the taste of it. It's like really sort of cross between spring cabbage and spinach. It's really sort of irony taste. A few leeks there, which I thought were spring onions initially when I planted them, but they seem to be doing alright, so that'll be something else to go at this winter. And again, I've been digging up, this is where my onions were. I've actually dug this over, added some potato compost that'll all get washed in and the worms will take it down, and I'll fork it over a bit later on. Planted a few overwintering onions now, don't know whether you can see them. I've only planted them really closely, 6 inches apart each way. But it does give you, you know, an earlier crop, sort of June time, they're ready to pull up. I've had to stake my purple sprouting broccoli. This is for next year, this is for next spring, because I think I did plant it a little bit earlier this year. And it's getting on for 3 feet tall, so, but as long as it doesn't sprout this year, it should have a hell of a plant next year, and plenty of broccoli for early spring. But like I said, they do get a bit leggy, so you do have to sort of tie them up to some sturdy canes, because otherwise in winter it's that windy here, it'll just get flattened. So this is the remains of the marrow, as you can see, covered in mildew. Just need to chop it all down now really, just let it rot into the soil, all the leaves. I've still got one on there, it's not growing anymore. There. Fair old size one, it's probably £50 as well, they all seem to be that size this year. So that's the marrow bit really. Just have another quick look at my flowers, which are still flowering at this time of year. So it was a good experiment, the old pound shop. Oh, I'll jump over. Pound shop flowers. I think what I'm going to do with this bit next year though is cut them all down, and I want to grow a pumpkin. If we get a summer like we've had this summer, should be able to grow a decent one. But no doubt there'll be all sorts of seeds come up and flowers, but I'll just let it ramble through it. And just to show you don't need a lot of space to grow a marrow. It's all died now, but I just dug a hole there about 2 feet wide, planted another one of my marrow plants in, and it's only grown about, I would say, 6 feet long. And on the end of it's this thing. That's got to be getting on 20 odd pound. I just wish I'd have grown it a bit earlier, because that's quite a long one. But like I say, you don't need a lot of space. There's another one there, look. There's 2 on it, that's how neglected they've been, I've just forgotten about them. But they only grow from there, so there's probably only 20 leaves on them to there. And there's 2 great things on the end. So if you fancy a laugh, try a giant marrow, you don't need lots of space. So that's about it finally, I think. Things are really coming to an end now, so that's about it folks. You can't see Inglebury because it's shrouded in mist. See you later. There we go. Look. Weasel. There he is, look. Tame weasel in my garden. Come on. Look at it, bold as brass.